Coming up in the Bahamas tonight, the national report, BPL exceeds its peak. Bill objection troubles PM. Flooding nightmare. And in sports, Sands returns as NACAC president. The Bahamas tonight, the national report starts now.
ZNS News is brought to you by the new BTC. Fiber is here. Faster, stronger, more reliable. Together, we are unstoppable. Switch today.
Good evening, everyone. I'm Makush Lopinder, and this is the Bahamas Tonight, the National Report. Thanks for tuning in. In a departure from the norm, weather tops news tonight, as in the face of hours on end of heavy rainfall and consequently flooded streets, creating what many would tell you is a motorist nightmare. In some instances, drivers were forced to halt their movements, others left to push their vehicles to drier turf. Our Lloyd Allen leads us off.
On Thursday, increased reports of rain and thunderstorms across the country by Met officials pointing out in areas like this. This is at the Carmichael Road Police Station, where the water level was estimated at around 7 inches. As you can see, my boots went all the way down and the water just stopping right below my knees. The official report from the Met Department confirming levels at a minimum of 3 inches in areas like Dowdswell Street, Soldier Road, and in parts of City 2000. Now, due to conditions, traffic was reduced to a crawl in most areas. That compounded with a number of stalled vehicles. Now, as we made our way through a lot of this water, we also spoke with the Vice President of the Towing Association, Tamiko Williams, about how busy record drivers have been today.
Well, it's been on and off, but it's been kind of busy with people being stuck in the water.
Williams also sharing details on the capacity of most standard wreckers attempting to assist stranded vehicles.
Well, we can go, the trucks that are high, we can go a bit of size. It's just a matter of the person that is jumping out in the water that is going to have to put on their boots and go deep into the water.
He says on days like today, members of the Towing Association are kept busy around the clock.
They've been out in all different areas, pulling out from everywhere. We just advise people, if you see the water high, just try to stay inside. Just try to turn around and not be in that area so that you won't be flooded.
And like clockwork, Williams also forced to assist this motorist. Their vehicle left immobile after attempting to drive through high water. Now, according to the Met Department, over the next 24 hours, the heaviest showers and thunderstorms will slowly progress northwestward as high pressure continues to build across the island chain into Friday. The message to drivers, caution is the order of the day. For the Bahamas Tonight, I'm Lloyd Allen.
Now, days before this week's heavy rainfall here in the capital, Ministry of Works personnel began their latest round of road repairs, remediating the numerous potholes on the streets. Carla Palmer reports on that story.
Meteorologists say as much as 3 inches of rain fell here in New Providence over the past 2 days and forecast more is likely in the days ahead. With the rain comes flooding, and those potholes that already exist, although now not visible, will be hard to navigate unless you know by memory their locations. But they too could deepen and widen, further exacerbating the problem, which Francis Clark admits is challenging. He's a senior civil engineer responsible for road maintenance and construction at the Ministry of Works.
We know that the rain intensity has increased over the last few years. And due to the more active precipitation events during June and July, the conditions have been hindered for current road repair efforts with ponding and wet areas and compromising the quality of repairs.
The unprecedented flooding continues throughout New Providence, with many residents speculating as to the cause. Sean Roll is one of them.
The road is not designed, it's not built properly for flooding because they have sinks and ups and hills and downs. So where you know where all those belly in the roads, they're going to be, when the rainy season comes, they're going to be flooded. That's all. No, that's nothing new. But that's the way it's designed. Like say, for instance, right now, the people who built this road, they know that road was low down there.
And according to Clark, Roll's reasoning is not far-fetched.
I would say that one of the reasons why we're having flood on the road, right, is because our roads does not meet 21st century standards. Some of these roads were constructed 60, 70 years ago, and all we, just to allow for access so people can farm and construct their homes. If you could compare the new roads that we constructed between 2004 and 2013, those roads were constructed to international standards and using international specifications. We don't have any issues with those roads at this point with respect to potholes. But if you look at our newer roads, it is performing very well.
At every chance the weather holds, Clark says teams of workmen are out making the necessary road repairs.
Our staff from the ministry have 12 private contractors are working diligently to repair our roads day and night. We appeal to the public to exercise patience as there may be lane closures and traffic diversions to ensure repairs are completed.
Motorists are being asked to be even more vigilant during the rainy season and drive with due care and attention. For the Bahamas Tonight, I'm Carla Palmer.
Now to another issue this evening, Bahamas Power and Light's generation and transmission and distribution challenges. The power provider's CEO admitting at the office of the Prime Minister's weekly press briefing today that triple-digit temperatures are impacting their operations and long-term solutions are being implemented to rectify them. This as BPL's already reached its highest consumption peak on record.
Our forecasts were indicating that we were going to see about a 265 megawatt peak this year. So far this year in New Providence, we've already peaked at 278 megawatts. And our peak month is actually August and September. So we anticipate going well above 280 at this point.
Add to that high generation peaks in Eleuthera and Exuma to offset further problems. BPL CEO Siobhan Cambridge says the company plans to bolster its transmission and distribution networks to handle the demand. And that requires an infrastructural upgrade, which translates into more money that may impact your monthly power bill.
Through the hedging program, the decision was made to fix the fuel charge at a certain price. And that price was held throughout the COVID and Dorian and all the rest of that relief, which resulted in a bit of an under-recovery. When that was initially put in place, I think the policy statement that I saw was that it would have been reviewed within a year, but things changed drastically very quickly, and so for economic reasons the decisions were made to hold the price at 10.5 cents to provide the relief to consumers during that period.
Higher power bills certainly impacting SuperValue's bottom line. Head of the supermarket chain, Rupert Roberts, confirming to our news team this week that higher power bills are putting a 5% dent in sales, pushing the company to go fully solar. He told us all stores here in New Providence should be completely outfitted with solar panels within the next 3 weeks.
And our power bill is still up 71.5% above last year, even with 7 or 8 stores on solar. So eventually, within the month, we will have all stores on solar. We're trying to beat the 160% increase, but it looks like we're only going to get about a 40% saving on kilowatts on solar. And if 40%, and if the power bills are going to increase by 160%, then it's still going to be very costly for us.
The Bahamas Now chairs another regional organization. You're watching the Bahamas Tonight, the National Report. There's more news in a moment.
This portion of the news was brought to you by Sun Oil Limited Shell, fueling journeys that matter.
Tells us who we are, but it also tells us how far we've come. When we look back on our Bahamian history, what do we see? A nation of beauty, rich culture, pride that moves forward, upward, onward, and together. For the past 50 years, this small nation has evolved into something great, and Commonwealth Bank has been there every step of the way. From us to you. Happy 50th Independence, Bahamas.
I always find new ways to connect. Even with those friends that are very, very far away. It doesn't matter who you are. What matters is sharing. Because sharing a bucket with friends tastes finger-licking good.
Lift up your head to the rising sun, Bahamaland. March on to glory, your bright banners waving high. See how the world marks the manner of your bearing? Pledge to excel through love and unity. Pressing onward, march together to a common, loftier goal. Steady sunward, though the weather eyed the wide and treacherous shoal. Lift up your head to the rising sun, Bahamaland, till the road you've trod lead unto your God. March on, Bahamaland.
Turning our attention now to news from Parliament. Though troubled by objections, the Prime Minister today proceeded with debate on legislation governing a thorny issue that has fueled decades of advocacy, community work, activism, and research. The end goal to ensure victims of violence are not only treated with compassion and dignity, but have access to justice without the unnecessary delays and impediments. We go to our Jiminy DeSwain for more on the story.
In April, Allison and her daughter Trevanika were found dead in a Rosconnor apartment. Days later, the bullet-riddled body of a mother of four was found in the South Beach Canal. Fast forward a bit, and two elderly women were sexually assaulted. Just this week, police reported the alleged sexual assault of two younger women. Add to that all the incidents in between or the ones never reported. The women and men who suffer in silence. Advocates for change have long called for governments to do more. For the Davis administration, that comes in the form of the Protection Against Violence Bill, proposed legislation that, as a mover, Prime Minister the Honourable Philip Davis explained, replaces the Gender-Based Violence Bill in name only. The bill lends to the establishment of a commission that will inform policies, promote awareness of human rights, allocate resources for specialized services, promote education, improve standards and protocols for police investigations, review and reform all laws related to sexual and domestic violence, and assess the effectiveness of measures to even prevent and eradicate violence.
The work of the Commission is about providing immediate support and access to justice. And it is also about being there in the aftermath, because the need for care is ongoing and often requires long-term support. Additionally, the Commission will be funded by the government, but the bill also allows, as indicated, for the establishment of the Protection Against Violence Foundation, which will be used to raise funds to support the Commission.
Acts of violence typically lead to victims feeling confused, afraid, or even ashamed to come forward. For victims, there will be legal guidance.
You will have the right to confidentiality from all people who provide any kind of relevant services or support to you, including members of the Commission itself and persons acting on behalf of the Commission. That confidentiality will apply to your identity, the offender's identity, the identity of witnesses, and the circumstances of the offense. To infringe on this right will be punishable by a fine of up to $5,000 or up to 1 year imprisonment, or to both such fine and imprisonment.
In instances where violence results in death, there is a violence fatality review team. Now, while the bill represents progress, the government acknowledges more work lies ahead. As the Prime Minister puts it, there must be tremendous effort to generate and allocate resources to hold training sessions and to uphold systems and processes. For the Bahamas Tonight, I'm Jiminita Swain.
While seconding the proposed legislation, National Security Minister, the Honourable Wayne Munro, sought to provide some clarification about why the bill's title was changed from Gender-Based Violence Bill to Protection Against Violence Bill.
Raises a lot of controversy as to how many genders you have. Protection against violence is clear, it's unambiguous, and it is something that we should all be concerned about.
Munro proceeded to comb through the actual terms of the bill to determine if there are any weaknesses, beginning with what it fundamentally addresses, and that is violence.
Violence means violence of any sort that results in physical, sexual, or psychological violence, including rape, sexual abuse, torture, trafficking in person, forced prostitution, kidnapping, sexual harassment, online harassment, or economic or financial abuse that A, occurs within a domestic relationship, whether or not the offender share or shared the same household, or B, is perpetrated by any person, whether in the workplace or otherwise. Yeah. I cannot imagine, Mr. Deputy Speaker, what could be missing from that.
Well, the opposition's making the argument, meantime, that it's not fighting against the Protection Against Violence bill, but that the proposed legislation is not the best transformation.
And Seawall indicates that they don't support this bill in its present form. It's not a diss of government. It is simply saying, we have worked long before you were elected, me and you. And the configuration of the bill does not reflect the collective genius and struggle of all of us. And we wish for all of the days and the nights and the decades of work to be reflected in a comprehensive bill. And this is not it. So we fight not against the bill. Would it take us maybe marginally closer? We welcome that. We support any step in the right direction, but don't make us feel as if we have to accept this because we believe this is the best option for the transformation of our people's life.
We can also tell you that 6 women's rights groups are calling on the government to suspend debate on the Protection Against Violence bill. Women United, BUYDC, Women of Strength Association, Everyone Counts Organization, Marion Bethel Sears, and Therese Turner-Jones decry that it's not the bill they worked on for more than a decade. They claim the gender-based violence bill was replaced at the last minute with its current version, which in their view doesn't contain key provisions that would further help protect women and girls from violence. Caribbean and Women in Leadership Bahamas Chapter President Charlene Paul isn't supporting the bill either. She refuted claims made about her organization in Parliament today.
Legislation of 2016 was very thorough, and we
Well, the Parliamentary Services Bill's one step closer to becoming law. The bill, which got A unanimous vote last evening proposes that Parliament be managed by an independent commission. In wrapping up the debate, Prime Minister the Honourable Philip Davis touted the bill as one that will benefit everyone.
I'm thankful to all members, particularly to those opposite, for acknowledging the historic nature of this singular moment today in our 50th anniversary of independence, that we today have agreed with little dissent. And I say dissent in the context of observations being made that this might not cover everything that we need to be covering, and it may not be the panacea or the optimum bill that they thought it may be. And again, we are all humans, and we are always admonished to recognize that we are not perfect. And our efforts, though pure, committed, dedicated, are not very often perfect. But it is the true intent that is most important.
Prime Minister Davis admits while the bill may not be perfect, it's a strong start.
So we say on this side, is this what we think will work? And very often, the proof is in the pudding, and when you have that first bite. And which sometimes mean that when we do pass laws, and there's about to execute those laws, and you start having what we call the experiences of its application, you will find, and may find, that there'll be need to strengthen some areas, and there might be need to amend, to say, look, we said this, but this is unworkable in all the circumstance. And so we accept that.
Will chair the Carer Forum Directorate for the next year. Director General Alexis Downs Amsterdam met with Economic Affairs Minister Senator the Honourable Michael Alcides for a briefing on Thursday. Carer Forum comprises 79 Caribbean, African, Caribbean and Pacific group of states. The Bahamas' term ends June 30th, 2024. Well, as we head to the break, we'd like to thank all our viewers watching us live on our social media platforms. And just in case you missed the news, be sure to head there to catch up. Stay with us. There's more after the break.
Hey, it's your honorary pump attendant back again with another episode on the do's and don'ts at a service station. Let's go. What you ain't gonna do is just pull up to any dispenser and put the nozzle inside your car without reading the signs. Because if you put the wrong fuel inside your car and the car mess up, you could be mad at us, all right? And then you have to walk or catch bus for about 3 to 18 months. What you're supposed to do is read the signs. We place signs all over the dispenser to tell you which fuel is which. Because you put the wrong one in the car, say bop, and you could be mad at us. You could be, oh, what happened to my car? No, it's you who ain't read. It say diesel, diesel, one word, diesel. You got up, and you mad at us. Read, that's all you have to do.
Trouble, it might drag you down. If you get lost, you can always be found. Just know you're not alone. 'Cause I'm gonna make this place your home.
Vibrant heart of the Bahamas, a common loftier goal unites us all. A place where love and unity thrive, where world-class technology is accessible and affordable, connecting every generation. We believe in our heritage and the boundless potential that lies within us. We believe in Bahamians.
Secure the ones that you love. Join up with
guardian. We offer full protection. Join the family, join the family, family guardian. Protect the ones you love, a friend that you can trust, family guardian.
Agape Church cordially invites you to attend an evening of elegance at the retirement banquet for Bishop Helen McPhee, senior pastor of Agape Church. The event will be held at the Atlantis Grand Ballroom on Friday, August 25th. Cocktail reception at 7 p.m. Dinner is served at 8 p.m. Tickets are $275 and can be purchased at the Agape Church office. For more information, call 328-6937.
The most important thing in life is family, and whenever you need reliable advice, you look to the people you know you can trust. At J.S. Johnson Insurance Agents and Brokers, we earn our clients' trust every day. Whether it's home, motor, travel, or commercial insurance, we've got you covered. Call 397-2100 or visit jsjohnson.com.
JS Johnson Insurance, peace of mind.
Everyone hates a dead car battery. Why not get a battery that lasts and has a 12-month warranty and is only $64.50? Intercontinental batteries are made with German technology, compatible with Japanese, US, and European vehicles, and adapts to warm climates. All right, good to go. These batteries are high quality, affordable, innovative, and only available at AID. Visit us online or WhatsApp us at 427-0026. AID, all you really need and more.
It's an underreported crime globally, but the Atlantis Paradise Island Resort is looking to create greater awareness among its staff about human trafficking. Trafficking in Persons Task Force Chair Assistant Police Superintendent Indira Bell outlined the 2021 story of two teens that found themselves as victims here at home. Hotel staffers also heard it's all about preying on the vulnerable. Now, what the task force has found, though, is that most of the traffickers are females. Now, there are key signs traffickers look for in a potential victim, like people who are submissive, have injuries, don't know their address, and who may not have access to documents like passports or work permits.
They can be the extra eyes and ears because hotels are a venue where trafficking incidents do happen. And so when they see something, they need to report it. Be a good observer. Once they have a gut feeling about something, report it to security so that the security can make contact with the police so that that victim can be rescued. But, you know, if you see something like they popularly say in the U.S., say something.
Now, for its part, Atlantis hopes to shine a brighter light on the issue by lighting Atlantis blue on World Day Against Trafficking in Persons on Sunday. Vice President of Public Affairs and Special Projects, Vianna Gardner, says the aim is to start a conversation among guests and staffers. Staff member Perry King found the session beneficial.
We are aware of some of the vulnerabilities. We're aware of the types of environments that trafficking in persons takes place, and we wanted to ensure that our team members were sensitized to this, that our team members were aware as to what to look for, what to do if they see something that needs to be reported. And we wanted to basically step up our game to ensure that we're able to aid the Ministry of National Security's Trafficking in Persons Unit.
Anyone can be a trafficker, anyone can be a victim. We find ourselves in an environment, hospitality, where there are so many moving parts. There are many persons moving from different origins, different countries. So therefore, it makes it a wide place where anyone can take advantage of, just in point in case, the hotel. So therefore, you find it can be a business person, it can be a blue-collar worker, It can be an adult. It can also be a juvenile.
Well, Operation Safer City leads to the arrest of 21 people. Police say 50 vehicles were stopped and searched between 6 a.m. and 10 p.m. and those arrested faced infractions including assault, possession of dangerous drugs, organized crime, and breach of bail. Well, on a lighter note, the National Art Gallery recently celebrating its 20th anniversary on the grounds of Villa Doyle. Our Jimenita Swain was there.
It's not every day that you see stilt walkers, but the National Art Gallery made sure to have them on deck as it marked its 20th anniversary with a down-home party at its West Hill Street grounds.
So what we try to do is just make people feel at home and welcome everybody in and hope you have fun.
NAGB's Executive Director Ian Bethel Bennett on the festivities that included comfortable seats and eats and drinks environment on the lawn. The Scotch Conch Band, part of the entertainment with guests snapping pics to mark the 2-decade milestone. Bennett says the event also celebrated the life of Dr. Gail Sanders, who was critical to the organization's formation. Amanda Colson served as the NAGB's former executive director for 10 years.
I just think it's really beautiful. I mean, I've seen it grow, I've seen it change, but I've seen it, again, become a really fundamental part of our fabric of the city, of our culture. I see how many schools come through, how many Bahamians come through. So proud of what we do, and just to have been a part of that is a great, great honor.
The role of the National Art Gallery to preserve and promote the visual culture of the Bahamas. A number of artists host exhibitions there, with Antonius Roberts currently on display.
In 2023, I think you really need to be thinking dynamically and virtually. And I think that's the future of the gallery. It's about partnerships, expanding the platform, expanding the programming, thinking new, redefining our curatorial efforts.
What the National Art Gallery has done for the visual arts is that it has set a standard and has actually created a neutral space where all visual artists, all Bahamian visual artists, all visual artists who do work that connects to the Bahamas or the Caribbean in some way, have a place where they can come.
And while art pleases the intellectual sense, Belle Monkey Foot was on hand with savory treats.
So today we have the grilled shrimp, the cracked chicken, and the steak kebab, and the veggie spring roll, not to leave out the vegetarians, so one for everybody.
Gallery officials are hoping to be around for another 20 years, and they know that with your support and your funding, they can definitely do just that. For the Bahamas Tonight, I'm Jimenita Swain.
Introducing the Focal Smart Pass app that helps you to fuel up faster. Here's how it works. Download the app on the App Store or get it on Google Play and create your profile with payment details. Visit your nearest Shell station, open the app, scan the pump's QR code, select your payment amount, and begin fueling. Say goodbye to cash and cards because the Focal Smart Pass offers secure and convenient payment options right at your fingertips. Download Focal Smart Pass now and fuel up faster today.
Serving you low prices? That's the specials at Super Value and Quality Supermarkets. Devon corned beef, 12 ounce, 2 for $5.38. So cheesy macaroni and cheese, 7 1/4 ounce, 99 cents. Sawyer's mayonnaise, 30 ounce, $5.99. Green peppers, $1.89 per pound. Whole chickens, $1.99 per pound. Donate your change to help feed the Humane Society animals at Super Value and Quality Supermarkets.
Hi everyone, when heading to Florida to shop for your essentials, book your transportation with GoGoFlorida.com. The $100 cash deposit is back and accepted at Fort Lauderdale, Miami, or Palm Beach. Now there are lots of options to choose from, but I like the Tesla X, the electric vehicle, because I don't have to worry about gassing up. Or the Jeep Compass seating 5 with lots of space for your luggage or shopping bags. For the best deals, book now at GoGoFlorida.com, BahamasAir.com, and also available at Bahamas Air Sales Office.
When you combine decadence, luxury, passion, and attention to detail, you've described Café Channy Noël and Patisserie. Signature authentic French macarons, croissants, pastries for breakfast and lunch will take you on a European Epicurean journey. Enjoy your favorite handcrafted cocktails, coffees, cappuccinos, espressos, and lattes. Life is sweet at Café Channy Noël.
Coop should go over here. The Ministry of Agriculture, Marine Resources, and Family Island Affairs got new services on my gateway for farmers and fishermen. Now I can get my farm land lease, my farmer's registration and license too. Take that, Ozzy. That's my cousin who always trying to one-up me, but I got him now.
That who? Not Ozzy.
Well, who else?
Roy. Ozzy done get his crawfish trapping permit and he out to sea on Roy's boat.
Visit mygateway.gov.bs today.
Fiber is here. Faster, stronger, and more reliable. Switch today.
I'm Corvell Pyfrom. BTC celebrates our country's 50th year of independence. We've been there through it all, and we've been through a lot together. And as we mark this momentous occasion, we're looking back with our All-Stars.
I started at BTC on the 2nd day of August, 1956. And I spent 43 years with the company. When I see a Telecom vehicle pass me, I smile. Because I remember when they had one truck. And if you were assigned to the Western District, that truck dropped you there and picked you up when it was time to get off from work. My fondest memories were the fellowship we had together. I was young. Most of the people there were older than me, and they treated me like family.
BTC was really into training their personnel. We used to attend the college in Bahamas, the specialty courses, put on, sponsored by BTC, and actually it was done by BTC personnel at Soldier Road campus in Nassau. Going back now to by 73, during the independence celebrations. At this time, I can't fully remember where I was, but I know I was working in the toll transmission office in 8 Mile Rock. And I think I was on the midnight shift also, so it wasn't much time for celebration from my perspective, but we understand that the seriousness of what our country at that point in time was trying to go to.
It's great to be Bahamian, and we're proud to be the company Bahamians turn to. Happy 50th year of independence, Bahamas. BTC, faster, stronger, more reliable, together, unstoppable. I'm Corvell Pyfrom. Be well, and be back here next BTC Connection.
Fiber is here. Sign up today at btcbahamas.com.
There goes my new car. Guess I'm back on my bike.
Your bike? CG offers new car replacement. Remember my monster truck days? Well, one night I attempted a 50-foot pogo double backflip. I landed it and went to karaoke. It wasn't until afterward that my car got hit by that fisherman. He gave me some great mahi-mahi, though. Anyway, they paid fast and got me in a new car. Now call a cab. I want you to meet my alpaca guy.
New car replacement for the first year of ownership. CG Atlantic Agents and Brokers. Good like that.
Celebrate Independence the BK way with our new Independence King Combo. Enjoy a flame-grilled beef patty topped with savory bacon, arugula, crisp onion rings, and our special tropical sauce on a brioche bun. Served with fries and a drink for a flavor sensation fit to celebrate every year. Top off the Independence celebrations with our new Guava Sundae or frozen guava lemonade. Our Independence King Combo and treats are available for a limited time at Burger King Nassau, where taste is king.
Attention, college freshmen! ZNS wants to send you to college with some great prizes. Just WhatsApp a 10-second video of you holding the name of your college or university to 557-3488 by August 21st. Include your name and you are entered to win really big. For more details, go to www.znsbahamas.com/giveaways.
Now, that's what I'm talking about. Give me my things.
Triple P, move out of my lucky seat, boy, because I'm trying to hit one of these jackpots so I can plan my retirement.
Retirement? Yeah, you straight. Just the island game. And Percy's pension plan is back.
What you talking about? How NI be good? Ain't gonna be no pension for none of we.
Now, listen, this Percy's pension plan, what I talking about. All you gotta do, put $20 on your account, and you enter to win one of 13 different pension plans.
What?
Up to $1,000 a week for a year. What? And you can win more than one, you know.
Oh, well, thank you, Island Game, because I know one of them pension is mine. Now get out of my chair. While you up, give me that $20 so I can put on my account. Thank you. You owe me this long enough.
The most trustworthy name is Percy's Island Game. So put 20 on your account and ride this easy train at Percy's Island Game.
At Solomon's, we're all about family. We believe in quality brands and giving you what you need and more for every occasion. Our store is filled with items for the entire family, celebrating everyday living for you and those you love. Shopping is now more rewarding than ever with My Solomon's Smart Rewards. Shop Solomon's because family matters.
This is ZNS Total Sports.
Well, welcome to your ZNS Total Sports Check here on this Thursday. I'm Marcellus Hall. The Caribbean Volleyball Championships currently underway in Suriname, the Bahamas, with both a women's and men's squads participating. Last night, men facing off against Jamaica, trying to stay unbeaten in pool play. Let's take a look and see how they did. Men's national volleyball team in action Wednesday at the Caribbean Volleyball Championships in Suriname, taking on Jamaica, looking to go 3-0 in Pool B. Now, the Bahamas would drop the first set 25-16 before bouncing back to win the second and third sets 25-19 and 25-21. Men, though, unable to close it out. Jamaica wins set 4 and 5. 27-25 and 15-11. The loss dropping the Bahamas men to 2-1 ahead of a match this evening when they're scheduled to go up against Martinique. Shifting to track and field, where Mike Sands speaking to us for the first time since being re-elected president of the North American, Central American and Caribbean Athletic Association, or NACAC. Sands, heading into his second term, said it felt good to have to get the vote of the confidence from the membership countries, and looking back on some of his accomplishments during term one.
There are a number of accomplishments, Marcellus. One of the things that I'm most proud of is the fact that we were able to amend our Constitution. We did a significant overhaul of our Constitution, and that was unanimously approved by the membership on the special call meeting in March the 23rd. So that is one of our most significant achievements, if I had to look at it. One of the other things I'm most pleased of is that we developed an invitational we called the NACAC New Life Invitational, and of course it came out of COVID, New Life. We want to get back on track, and our first edition was held in Miramar, Florida. The second edition was held in Freeport, Grand Bahama, and we intend to make that the staple of our calendar.
Sands adding NACAC will now look to establish a permanent headquarters in the Bahamas.
We're also looking to establish a permanent home here, to the extent to which that the government, through the Ministry of Sports, has offered us a location that we're hoping to conclude the deal on that in very short order. And so the work continues. We're not resting on our laurels. Like I said, I'm humbled by the expression, but it doesn't change the fact that there's a lot of work to do, and we are continuing along those paths.
With the first part of his tenure taking place during the COVID-19 pandemic, Sands says he's grateful they were able to push through.
We've been able to have our events, and that is a testament to the resilience of our people in our area. We didn't lay back and decide that, COVID is here. Nobody could have predicted the results of COVID, but we came forward and everybody showed their resilience, and we were able to put our programs back on track.
And there you go, a check on sports for you here this evening. Don't go away. We got more look at the weather coming up after this.
This is ZNS Total Sports.
Disaster strike with little to no warning. We hope for the best, but should be prepared for the worst. And you understand that an always online communication system plays a critical role in business as usual when emergencies occur. At Teleport One, we can prepare your business to operate as normal with our many voice, data, and video solutions. Contact us today and let our team ensure that you operate business as usual. 502-4550 or email sales@teleportone.com.
It's showtime.
Yeah. Tell them the name they say is running the game.
It's time to attend the Michael Scudery Peace on the Streets Basketball Classic game. Nightly at the Hope Center, Monday, July 24th to Friday, July 28th. Then join us for our family night on Sunday, July 30th, 5 p.m. until at the Kendall Isaacs Gymnasium. Featuring all our championship games.
King and his gang.
The Mr. Shipman 3-point shootout. The IHOP Slam Dunk Contest. And the game between the clergy versus the politicians.
It's going to be epic.
Taking the game's mine.
Sponsored by Radio House Outreach. This event is powered by the Bryce Newbold Foundation. Peace on the Streets 2023.
With the help of our authorized financial institutions, or AFIs, using sand dollars is as easy as 1, 2, 3.
Step 1. Identify your preferred AFI by browsing their websites or contacting them directly. Step 2. Download the free mobile application from Google Play or the Apple Store and then register for a sand dollar account. Step 3. Load money onto your mobile app and begin sending and receiving sand dollars or purchasing and selling goods and services.
We are pleased to be
your central bank approved
digital wallet providers.
It does not matter
which of us you choose.
You can pay for goods and services
wherever sand dollar is accepted.
We are all in this together.
Visit sanddollar.bs for more information.
Hey, it's your honorary pump attendant back again with another episode on the do's and don'ts at the service station. Let's go. What you ain't gonna do is just pull up to any dispenser and put the nozzle inside your car without reading the signs. Because if you put the wrong fuel inside your car and the car mess up, you could be mad at us, all right? And then you have to walk or catch bus for about 3 to 18 months. What you're supposed to do is read the signs. We place signs all over the dispenser to tell you which fuel is which. Because you put the wrong one in your car, say bop, and you could be mad at us. You could be, oh, what happened to my car? No, it's you who ain't read. It say diesel, one word, diesel. You got up, and you mad at us. Read, that's all you have to do.
Bahamians are rediscovering Grand Bahama through immersive staycation experiences at Lighthouse Point Grand Lucaya. Pamper yourself at our Senses Spa or savor exotic cocktails by the sea. Unwind and enjoy serenity, 18 holes of golf, fine dining, romance, business conventions and meetings, grand outdoor events. For Bahamas resident rates at Lighthouse Point, call 242-373-1333 or WhatsApp message 827-8195.
Agape Church cordially invites you to attend an evening of elegance at the retirement banquet for Bishop Helen McPhee, senior pastor of Agape Church. The event will be held at the Atlantis Grand Ballroom on Friday, August 25th. Cocktail reception at 7 p.m. Dinner is served at 8 p.m. Tickets are $275 and can be purchased at the Agape Church office. For more information, call 328-6937.
Don't think these mud tubes look threatening? Think again. There are signs that a large-scale termite invasion is already underway, advancing through a property, costing thousands of dollars in damages. If you're building, you need Termafilm, a revolutionary pre-construction termite treatment from Rentokil Initial. Termafilm is a polyethylene film treated with termiticide that's applied prior to the foundation of a building. It's easy to install and forms a long-term termite barrier without contaminating soil or groundwater. Before you build, trust Termafilm pre-construction termite treatment, only from Rentokil Initial.
Attention, college freshmen! ZNS wants to send you to college with some great prizes. Just WhatsApp a 10-second video of you holding the name of your college or university to 557-3488 by August 21st. Include your name and you are entered to win really big. For more details, go to www.znsbahamas.com/giveaways.
Well, it's time now for a check on Family Island weather with Chief Meteorologist Basil Dean. Basil, we've had blistering temperatures, now heavy downpour. Is there a happy medium for us?
Well, Makisha, what I can tell you is that we have that deep layer troughing across the northwest Bahamas, which has been with us since Tuesday, and that continues to dump pockets of heavy showers and thunderstorms, and we anticipate that that will be with us through tomorrow. However, in the afternoon, things should start to clear up a bit as that system lifts towards the northwest, towards the Florida Peninsula. And as far as the night is concerned, those showers will be with us, one or two in pockets as well. Makisha?
Well, thanks, Basil. And that does it for the Bahamas tonight. Thank you for continuing to make ZNS your first choice for news and information. Only the sun covers the Bahamas better than ZNS. From all of us here at ZNS, thank you for watching and good night.
At the Eco Camp, there were a variety of indoor activities. These activities were hands-on, they were entertaining, and they were fun. They helped to bring home some of the ideas that the kids were learning in the field.
I learned about different corals, different fishes, different places in the forest, different bushes, and it was really fun.
I learned a lot of plants, which I didn't know before, and how you can use them, and a lot of how you can help the environment, new ways how to help it, which makes me happy because I want to keep our earth as nice as possible.
Yeah, we took the kids camping, or they took us camping. I'm not quite sure which way around it was. They had a great time. And if they enjoyed it half as much as I think we as leaders enjoyed it, then it was very successful. What was interesting, we had a group of children, a cross-section, both age-wise and probably from background. They all grouped in together, pulled together, and worked as a team. They saw things they'd never seen before, some of them. They saw the stars, they saw the trees. They went looking for crabs, but didn't see any. They saw hogs. I think they were great kids, and I was very impressed by the general standard. Very impressed.
It was pretty good for the first time. I thought it was going to be scary, but it was fun.
We went on a walk on the road. We were looking for crab, and we went about 4 miles. We only heard a couple of crabs in the bush, so we turned around, came back, and went to bed in our camps.
I did learn some new things, like how to pitch a tent and how to roll up my sleeping bag. The camping experience was fun. We had a lot of fun cooking our food on a fire that was actually made, on a stove that was actually made with rocks.
Another activity the participants had was the organism ID, which introduced a number of organisms that they would ordinarily see but perhaps not be able to identify each day. And so at the end of the week, they would have been introduced to 20 new organisms.
In Organism ID, we learned the names of all the animals. We learned specific ways we can tell them apart, like the markings on their backs, the scales they have, their outer features